Welcome to the filthy wall, where the truth doesn't come dressed up, it just shows up. Let's talk about something nobody wants to say out loud. Black fatigue is real. And we're not talking about being black. We're talking about being tired of what some black people are doing in the name of culture.
Hey man, it's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue. And basically, it's white Americans are sick of our shit.
I got news for you. Black Americans are sick of your shit. That's right. Black people are sick of black people's shit.
Let's be honest. White Americans have been silent for too long, afraid to speak out, afraid to be called racist. But now, they're starting to say what's been obvious for years. The ratchet behavior, the loud, aggressive, wild, lawless energy that goes viral every other day, they're done pretending it's okay, done pretending it's normal, done pretending that acting like a walking stereotype is something to be celebrated. And can you blame them?
You've been so unashamedly proud of being a racist today, proud of using the N-word whenever you feel like it. You've had a bit of time to think about this. Is that how you want people to leave this panel debate, with thinking of you as a disgusting racist?
I don't really care what people think about me. As long as you care about what people think about you, you have no power and you lose your country. What I care about is freedom of speech. And if you're not allowed to say the most offensive things in this country, you do not have freedom of speech. I don't care what anybody says. So that's the main crux of this situation. That's what I care about with this situation. It is, we have lived for far too long in a country where you can have your life destroyed. And people say, oh, she doesn't need this money. Her life's destroyed, by the way. She'll never be able to get another job. She's got children to have to support. And I don't want to live in a country where you can say an inappropriate, rude thing, which, by the way, black people can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
well, go
not
on then,
have
say
to,
it. Say
you
the
will
M-
not have
Go on,
free
say,
speech.
go on, say the M-word, go on.
But here's what the mainstream doesn't show you. Black people are fed up too. No, we're not talking about sellouts. We're talking about the ones who get up, raise their kids right, build businesses, serve their communities. They're tired of being lumped in with the chaos. Tired of watching dysfunction get defended. Tired of the lowest standards being passed off as authenticity. The truth? Some of us are more scared of being called a coon than we are of holding our own people accountable. That's not strength, that's silence. And silence is killing respect. Now let's talk about someone who's been saying this for years. Officer Brandon Tatum.
This man said it, I say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it.
Everybody want to scream support black businesses, but will run to Gucci before you ever spend $1 with your own people while looking for a hookup at the same time. We want to whine about gentrification, but won't invest in your own community. Instead,
There you go.
Trash it. And then cries when somebody else moves in and builds it the up. And then the worst part, y'all expect every black person to fall in line with this ideology. Because how dare a black person think for themselves, right? How dare someone not subscribe to this self-inflicted victimhood? Y'all want unity? Start by looking in the mirror. The truth is, black folks ain't even for black folks. The biggest threat to black people ain't Trump. It ain't the police. It ain't white people. It's us. It's our own self-hatred, our own refusal to hold each other accountable, and our own addiction to playing the victim while glorifying the very that holds us back. Who's out here shooting up black neighborhoods? Not Trump. Who's rapping about killing each other, robbing each other, and treating our women like trash? Not Trump. Who's making our own communities unlivable, unsafe, and uninvestable, then crying about it and wondering why they won't build up our neighborhoods? Not Trump. Who raised us to fear and hate each other more than any racist system ever could? We did that to ourselves. But nah, let's keep blaming everything on racism.
I think it's invaluable that we call out this stuff so things can change. I'm sick of black people being afraid to say I disagree with what black people do. And I love that this man is one of many that are coming out, and I support men that do this, is saying, no. All of us don't think like this. All of us are not okay with this. Like, I mean, we've created a culture where it's like, if you black and you know stuff is wrong, you can't say nothing. Because then you turn it on your own people. You're a traitor. You're working for the white man. When you see a whole swath of society struggling to no end, I mean, this is something that has to be addressed by everybody. But unfortunately, if you white, you can't talk about it. So that's why black people talk about it. They got common sense. I'm not turning my back on the black community. I just want better.
You don't have to agree with everything he says, but you can't say he's wrong about this. Not all black people act like this, but too many are afraid to say anything when they do. He called it early, loud, clear. He said, "We either speak up or we get represented by the worst among us." And for that, they tried to cancel him. But the truth doesn't care about your feelings. And now more people are waking up to what he's been shouting the whole time. This is black fatigue, not from being black, but from watching a community too afraid to police itself. We've got to stop defending what's indefensible, because if we don't fix the culture from within, somebody else will from the outside, and they won't be polite about it. You're watching The Filthy Wall, where we say what they're too scared to. If this hit a nerve, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe, because silence is complicity, and we don't do quiet over here.